So we're going to keep building on this page here where this is our desktop and this is our mobile. We're using media queries in Flexbox. And if you want to take this whole course, go to greatercommons.com. And it's right there, HTML, CSS. Awesome. So the next deal we want to do is I want to make my mobile look a little bit better. And so that's what my desktop looks like. Here's what my mobile looks like. And yeah, and I think I'm going to take the above the fold deal out right now. I don't know, that's all right. But on mobile, so here's mobile, I want to change the order. And I'm going to change the order. So I don't want this to be 100 VH on mobile. So we're going to have height here will be 90 VH. Oh, before I do this, let me copy this. This will be 6. Just so we could see it build. And then I'll reveal in Finder and just pop this open so I don't hit that thing where I'm like, why isn't my code changed? Because I'm at a new. All right. So there we go. So now we got index, main, that, and split vertically, and pull it over and get rid of it. Awesome. So now we want to get rid of the section having a height of 100 VH, and the nav will just be, who knows, but this will be 90 VH on main, 90 VH on main. And these nav and main are flex children, right? So I could do flex order. This is going to be flex order 2. Thank you. No, it's not working. Flex order is the property of a child, and nav is a child. Why am I getting it wrong? CSS tricks Flexbox. I think it's just order. Order. It's just order. So that's order 2. This one is main. It's already order 0, right? Isn't everything automatically 0? No, everything automatically is 1. So when I refresh this, watch what's going to happen on mobile. See that? It went to the bottom. Yeah. And so I don't need to set an order there. If I wanted to, I could just reinforce that this is 1. But that's the default. So now that I have that down the bottom, instead of having these things lined up like that, 1, 2, 3, right? I am going to, and I've got my nav, and then my UL, which is a flex. And I'm going to have it become wrap. My UL is going to be a flex wrap. And so flex, row, wrap. And these are going to be flex start. Right? So they're going to start over on the left. And align items center. I'm just thinking down, down. I think I don't need that. I just need flex start and wrap and row. And flex start, I think that's the default. So now I have those. And now I'm going to come here and make these my LIs. I'm going to make them with flex basis 100%. Cool, right? And for my LIs, I want to get rid of all that. There's like padding or something going on there. So I'm just going to put a border around these and look at like 4 thick solid red. Look at what they're looking like. So it's getting squished in because I've done flex basis 60%. I'm going to take that out. All right. Now I'm going to do here, because my UL, if I just put a border on my UL, I can see that's just wrapped right around there. You see that? Right? It's just wrapped right around. So I'm going to put in on my UL flex basis 100%. And now look, those all filled in, right? See that? because my UL has 100% and my LI is 100%. And then these, boom, 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 are all right there. And my LIs, I think I'll give them a little height. That's not enough. That's better. Maybe 60. That's better. And then I want that text to be centered. So display, flex, justify content. Oops, sorry. Flex direction, row. Flex wrap. No wrap. Remember, all I'm doing is the LI is going to be the container. I want to get that text in the center, right? So justify content, center, align items, center. Cool, now my text is in the center. And I'll make that text a little bit bigger. So it'll be font will be, I don't know, 24 pixels, sans serif. Okay.
Do you really need justify center? Can you just use align item center? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, good question. That's how you learn. Just turn it on, turn it off. What's it do? Ah, that's what that does. Cool. So now on my LI hover, I get that hover. But I think I want my LI background color to change too. Okay? Isn't that nice? So here's mobile, right? And oh, scroll down, you have your menu. Go to desktop. And it's all messed up, right? So now we have to go back to desktop and unwind some of this. So we have to come here, and I'll just copy. Well, let's just think about it. We have our main and our nav on desktop, and we have main order 1 and nav order 2. We want to go nav order. We just want to put them both in the same order so they go in this order, nav and then main. So we need nav and main to be order 1. And main is already order 1, so we'll just make nav order 1. So nav is now order 1. And what else do we have to change? Take it one by one. Do we have to change anything here? Display flex section, no, that's good. Nav, order 2, yes, we changed it to order 1. Height, 10%, we want height to be 100%. Cool, we got that. Flex basis, 100%, meaning its width is 100%. Nope, we want flex basis to be 20%. Cool, we changed that. Done, done, done. And then we make our nav flex container, and we put all that stuff in it. And it's row, we want our thing to be flex container. Our nav is a flex container, and it's got UL in it, and we have nav is a flex container, and flex basis is set on the child. Flex basis is set on the child. So our nav is, this is where we got. Nav is 100% there, and it's going to be 20% here. Perfect. And we have the nav as a flex container, and it's row. So nav's going to hold that as a row, and that'll be 100%. It's no wrap, justify content. I think that's fine. And we could turn this off and just look at it. Border red. All right, so okay, it's there. For the color blind. There it is. But we do need that to be up at the top, right? And so if it's holding the UL, I think our UL height needs to be 100%. Is that the black? Is it the UL solid black? I'm just looking here, UL solid black. So we have it back on there. So we want that. Oh, it's still 100%. That UL is 100%. Cool, that's fine. All right, so now that we've got that, we pretty much did our UL, or we did our nav, and then our main becomes order 1, stays order 1. That's the default. So we can just take that out. We'll just put that in there as a comment. Our main's height is 90 VH, and we need our height to be 100%. Cool. And we need it to be 20% flex basis. Cool. And this container section needs to be row, and section is row. Cool. And so we got height went to 100, that went to 20, and background color violet is fine. And then we added an image back here. That's fine. And then we have our UL, and our UL is flex basis 100%, because our UL is inside of our nav. Our nav is a container. Nav is a flex container. And that flex container is holding only the UL. And so it's row. So we're taking up 100% width of whatever container it's in. And that container nav is going to be 20%. So we're taking up 100% of 20%. And list style, display flex, and then row, wrap, flex start. And that's for the LIs. And so the LIs, that's our UL. And this is our UL, flex basis 100, flex basis 100. We don't need that there because that's redundant. Flex direction column, justify content, flex start. Height 100%, padding 40 pixels. I'm going to take out the padding on the top and bottom.
Oh, but it went to the other side.
Well, that might have been something else we changed. In some ways, it's like easier just to like, okay, let me start with what I got and recode it.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
On your videos, I watch it and then I see what I have wrong.
So there it is. The first thing I want to do, let's just back it out. First thing I want to do is, do I want to change any of that? No, that's fine. Do I want to change any of this? The section's a container holding nav and main. So the section holds nav and main. It's a flex container. It's row. That's fine. And then my nav, I want my nav order to be first. So I'm just going to do nav order 1. Is this linked? 1200 plus CSS. Main CSS. Yeah, I think it is. Just want to make sure I have the right pages open here. Sometimes things don't work, so I have the wrong pages open. So if my nav is order 1 and my main is order 1, okay, so maybe the default order is 0. Order default is 0. Okay, cool. That was throwing me off. All right, that's fine. We got to leave that order on. So now we got that at the top, but I want it to be on the left, and so its flex basis will be 20%, and main's flex basis will be 80%. Now we're looking a lot closer, right? Just got rid of all that other code. And now I just want this height of the UL to be 100%, or of the nav, so we'll do height 100%. Then fill in on the nav. Our nav, let's get rid of our borders from this side. Now let's put a border on our nav here, just so we see where we're working. There's our border, and we did the height of 100% on the nav. But what is the height? It's being held by section, And the height of section is all of that, so it should fill down, right? Height was 10%, here it's 100%. Height is 10% on the nav. What happens if we take that off? We don't need that. Maybe we need section. That's interesting. So it doesn't fill in because section's height isn't specified. And section's height only gets set by main flex basis 80%. So what happens if we get that in there first and it figures out the height first? Nope, doesn't change anything. Main is width 80%. Maybe if we set main's height to 100% too. Oh, so section is only, maybe because there's no content and our color is just background color.
Yeah.
Our color is background color. So if we have an image in there, or we set a height on main, what just made that collapse a moment ago? Let's try background image. But it's all in the background. It's like we need content. What happens if we just have an image? Try and do HTML over there. Fills up the whole thing. Overflow. Oh man, we are so close. I want that to fill in. I wish I could pause this recorder. We'll figure this out and show you in the next video.